call home.
Someone here moving up from the south side. Adriera being positioned on now. A lot of scouts, as you were talking about, getting picked off, right? It seems like so far we've seen 3 one-player losses on Box Gaming, to be fair. That was in a compound fight. So 2 scouts really being picked off right now. 52 and back-to-back, both losing one of those players. We'll see if that comes back to bite them. Both of them a little bit on that western side. I mean, you've got 52 certainly a lot heavier in there, but they're moving in on the northwestern end of Monte Nuevo. Neymar
just about lives here for Falcons, but will be knocked by missile from USG. Makes it happen, looks for some more, but it is an off angle coming through from Falcons. Here on the home turf, trying to keep the rest of their team alive.
Needs to choose who to display the flank to there to get the heal off, but Missile stays alive for now. Yusuf trying to get those shots in. Mikun does get behind cover, takes the spray, but doesn't land more than just the one, just a tickle, and needs to heal up as well.
Yeah, Omikun just has to walk away from that one. Falcons able to send them back just a little bit. They're still both on this northeastern edge. 4 rivals moving down as a 2-2 split between El Pozo as well as Crater Field. So they're trying to get a lot of information gathered nice and early on. Vampire Esports coming down from Puerto Paraíso. They're heading towards Minas del Valle. Honestly, they're going to be moving up through Chumacera in a second, but they've opted to stay outside of the circle and in the blue to make sure no one catches them on this long rotate.
On your screens right now. Holding the ridge on a line. Trying to keep their position safe. South side, it's the Vampires. They've yet to push on in, yet to start the frag fest that we saw from them last game. The question is it repeatable or is it an Erangel special?
Is it an Erangel special? That is the real question here. John, Nigma Galaxy is still central at the moment.
They're right in the middle there, just a little bit further north, and in fact the circle does shift down a little bit further south, and they will be looking to move with that circle. Right in the middle of it, TJB. They have absolutely slap bang center circle right now. Damwon Kia, who have been waiting in the wings for their position for a while now, are going to be looking to push on in and maybe try and take control of that central area as well.
Yeah, they're looking to pick up that central area at the moment, back-to-back, moving down at the moment. Nigma Galaxy taking a little while to head into this location, but we are really getting a little bit tough with all these teams crunching up towards the middle. Wildcats, though, coming from Impala on the eastern side, moving through Chumacera at the moment. Seoul with just 1 player remaining, Hector. Box still yet to break away from Picardo at the moment. It's a bit weird, but it is Stalwart actually moving down from Power Grid, just behind Keyed Esports.
I mean, maybe, you know, Box Gaming, they're playing with 3 now. They're just going to try and take things a little bit slower, play that edge, potentially. I mean, it's a difficult position, right? You're playing with 3 now. You've lost that ability to really scout as effectively. With more players, more rotations becoming dangerous, you're not really willing to take those chances, potentially. But they do actually strike out. They move down southwest from their old position, leaving Hector in the dust, and they take that eastern flank of the circle.
Not a bad position for them to be in at the moment for Box Gaming. Obviously down to just 3 players, but 3 elimination points. You'll take that any day of the week, especially here on Miramar. Now, what really can't happen here for a lot of these teams, you know, is Vampire Esports. They know that they're being headhunted right now. If they start to get ahead once again in this match, things become extremely difficult for a lot of these other teams to start catching up if they continue that momentum going forward. Right now, though, they are really squeezed tight on that southern edge, just around Chumacera, with one other team in Wildcats coming in just behind them. Schweppes from Vampire Esports, though, will have the bead on Wildcats, where the rest of the team in 3 are just ahead of them towards the north, so they should get info on this nice and early.
Yeah, on a 3-1 split, or maybe even a 1-2-1 split from Vampire Esports. Just taking a look at where they are sat on the map. They are yet to fully regroup. They did play a lot of that Northern Rostock at some points. They played in that 2-2 split, so they are used to playing a little bit more of that split play style. Certainly that would be the evidence from the last game anyway, and it certainly worked.
Another look at the map here. It's just getting real struggle bus. And, you know, I did not expect this whatsoever, but we still have 18 teams. Vampire Esports, though, Schweppes in the back line, stays alive, but it's Wildcats who are taking shots, and this is the info that Schweppes is able to provide the rest of the team. Next circle, pops in, heads down south, so Vampire Esports still very happy. Looks low, does hit the shots onto Schweppes, will take him down, and that is Vampire Esports down to 3, but there's still more shots along the way. It's Fluketh once again.
Really solid backup there. The off angles perfectly found. Heals needing to come through from the Wildcats, and they are yet again suppressed on this ridgeline. Really difficult, but Vampire Esports looking to potentially be down to 3. They've lost their Schweppes on the outside there, and they will be at 3. They had 4 in that previous game, but the circle moves to them.
I mean, if they get another circle shift, though, they are in a real safe spot. Like, look how hard it is to approach these buildings. The only issue they might fall into is without those 4 players, it does become a little harder to pick up on all these angles. Again, though, Aton Esports is their difficulty going forward, and it looks like Vampire Esports know that this is a position on the map that they need to watch out for. Really good stuff from Fluketh. His shots have been on point. He's been looking all over the map at the moment, really keeping it clean here for Vampire Esports.
I mean, that was one of their characteristics of the last game, right? Snappy engagements, I think Matt said on the desk. Making those clean engagements. That's exactly what you want to be looking for. Even better on Miramar.
Damonkia still struggling to just find anywhere that's super concrete for them. It's on the edge of this hill at the moment. 52 Esports coming into play here. Enigma Galaxy, one of their players, I believe it was Hamodi, did go down here. They're just trying to get down through the circle on that northern side.
It looks like 3 of them are down. They're losing players left and right. Enigma Galaxy suffering heavily. They had not the best of starts, losing 2 players early in the last game. The first team to go down, in fact. I think it's just Freak alive for them now. At the back as well. Not really a chance to get these reses. Going down first twice in a row, not the way you want to start your tournament. Certainly would be a disaster. Team Soul, though, seem to be survivors. They were on 1 for the longest time in that first game. And out they go. Yet again, first team eliminated.
A miserable start here for Enigma Galaxy. Really not fun. But you know what, John? There's still Sandhawk ahead for them. And honestly, that is the map where they prevail the most.
They know how to survive. They know how to get it done. But there's more frags on the hillsides as Donuts USG looking to move up past 4 rivals, and only Jumper can stand in their way now. 52 as well in the back line. Proving to be difficult to deal with as Jumper spotted away. That was it. I don't even know who that was, but
Virtual Gaming Squad took him down there. Good stuff.
Morph drop a nade right on top of one of their own teammates, but they take an enemy down in the process. I'm not sure if that's worth it at this late stage.
Damonkia, though, you see, they have just been keeping an eye out all over the place, and this ties right back into what the desk was saying at the beginning of the day. They are a survivalist team. They're going to try and see how far they can get, but 52 Esports still trying to lay claim around this area.
I agree. An applause ringing out there. Not too sure what that was for, but
52 Esports.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, to be fair, absolutely. Damonkia, they lose Forrest on the hillside. You're not going to be able to get him back up. Daku spots Sung as well. A lot of Damonkia struggling to survive. Fabian and Junie, though. A formidable duo, to be sure. Fabian takes half HP, but excellent backup coming through to be able to shut that one down. Vaz taken out there. Junie, he still has the DBS.
Yeah, it's Korean meta at the moment. All of them use it over in the Korean PMPL. It's pretty insane, but they make it work massively.
TJB take hold of a compound, eliminating back-to-back from that stronghold. They've had a central position for quite a while now, and they will have to move a little bit further south. At the moment, I'm looking at RSG with that central, with pretty much one of the few compounds in this next circle plane.
This is very unfortunate for the team from America, just struggling just a little bit here in the PMWI. Stalwart, though, looking for another consistent game here. That's what I want to see from Stalwart, and we could get some more hope into this team. Action, though, coming over the top and just descends upon VGS. Like we've seen nothing before. Goodness me, swoops in. Talons are strong and sharp. There's nothing you can do against them.
And they should be able to get everyone back up as well. So a full force Stalwart, definitely something to worry about. Pain. Run down there after the knock. Down one Kia move up to Daku. Pops out the window, spots Fabian. Needs to be worried about the teammates from the off angle though, but finds the cover from the shack. Through the windows, the bullets pour in, and it's going to be a tall order to get anything done, but Fabian goes down. In the meantime, 52 are eliminated, however. That will slow down one Kia on that northwest flank.
Yeah, TJB have been harassing this team the entire time, and they might just have to leave Fabian behind. Lin moves up. Tends to be the first player to move up a lot of the times for TJB. Sometimes it goes wrong, sometimes it goes marvelously. It's hard to say here with Lin. He's really kind of shaky as a player in terms of being extremely good, or sometimes just not so great.
Volatility, that's really the characteristic of his gameplay. Sung and Junie, two players for Damwon Kia. Wildcats under fire as well from Falcons. They're trading 1-for-1 right now on the knocks. X-Ray definitely resible here. And so is Yusuf.
It's a very awkward playing field, but Junie pulls out the DPS. Lin goes down, but it's TJB. They bring it back nicely there, though I would have been very, very scared at the cracking sound that DBS makes as he comes around the corner. And that's why the Koreans take it, just for those singular moments where you can surprise a team coming through.
Unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough to see Damwon Kia safe. TJB Esports EU able to put that pressure down, get that res on as well, get themselves back to 4 and move down south further on. But Falcons from the sides, only Powerful getting knocked, and they are fragging out. The Wildcats cannot stand up to the pressure, but they're now under fire from TJB on the north side. Doesn't matter though, they are absolutely cool, calm, collected. The Wildcats taking shots every which way as well with their last player, X-Ray.
This is a real chance here for the Saudi Arabian team. They're close to the circle as well, but it's STE who's ahead of them. That's the difficulty. Atan Esports, though, keep taking casualties on this southern edge. Falcon Esports really do need to start thinking about making a move, but they've got to figure out where the other teams are. Flukov somehow keeps moving down that hill with the quick feet in action, but it's not enough. Ravenclaw.
Whoa. Able to do the job, able to get it done against Donuts USG. The off angle still dangerous. This should be completely broadside for Bruno right now, but I don't think he's taking that position. I don't think he's pushing up. He knows that his position's known. Maybe just not going to peek it. Not going to take that chance of Vampire up to 2. Falcons look for the crash into the compound. Stalwart are here. RSG are here as well. As Aiton do lose that last player. RSG suffering now under pressure from Stalwart.
This is terrible timing here for SDE to try and claim this building that Regans are currently in. Falcon, they just come in at just the right time. Fantastic stuff for them. Laying in the utility. Regans already finds a nade over the top, and never alone.
Falcons.
It's on to Pika. The util is coming in clutch.
The nades coming through from Falcons as well for the third party. They're going to be able to take hold of this compound if they keep going. Phenomenal performance on this crash from them, but TJB have oversight. It's difficult to handle now. It's difficult to stymie that pressure, but they will try and lock down those angles. Only action in the compound.
This is what I said for Saudi Arabia. They had to move right now into those buildings, and they took that call, and they made that call in the moment very, very quickly, dropped the utility in, and STE and Regans completely blindsided by the absolute decimation that was laid upon them by the Molotovs, the grenades. Even I saw smoke get thrown in there as well.
Look at that. The replay there from Ravenclaw as well. Phenomenal. A duo for Vampire Esports. 7 elimination points, looking to take out the Wildcats as well. It's only X-Ray. TJB have an angle, potentially onto Ravenclaw, but he's just storming forwards. Shut down as the nades go long, but Fluketh in the back line, stung in the back as Tingskur able to handle the Vampires. Van Helsing rides.
Good stuff here from TJB. Keep it very, very steady on this hillside. Wait for the players to reveal themselves before they do lock in the action. And now it's them looking across the way at Falcon. It all depends on this next circle. Falcon would love for it to end on them, but they have to move. This is horrific. But Stalwart, though, Action, still in it. He's ready and waiting in the wings. And I don't know if Falcon know if he's here or not.
6 elimination points, 3rd place guaranteed. Stalwart, again, with a consistently good result. That's what we're looking for from this team. That's what we want to see, and strong elimination points to boot. Fantastic stuff. But right now, as you said, it's between TJB and the home team here in Saudi Arabia and Riyadh, Falcons.
This is going to be really difficult, though, because TJB, you know, they can't lose any of these players they've sent to the edge side, but this is a very strong split that they're currently employing. It's going to be difficult for any sight lines not to be open to these guys when Falcons do start to move out of this building. So really, really tough stuff. Action just needs to hold his ground, stand his ground here.
Oh, I think he spotted a little shuffle there from Powerful. GK first. Trying to suppress those angles. There's the first angle. TJB have such good vantage points, like you were saying.
I know what Falcons are trying to do here. They're trying to get rid of Action, but he is just throwing him for a loop. Takes so much damage and finally goes down to Never Alone. So they do secure that 2nd place. Great stuff from Falcon. Now they need to fight back.
No answer towards GK first. Never Alone taking heavy tick damage from the blue. Down to 3. Damar gets res. So Yusuf and Damar, a duo in the forefront. But TJB storming down this hillside, nading through the window, putting everything under pressure, putting Falcons to the test. And 2nd place will be a good finish. They wanted first, but it was not to be. TJB moving through the building, through the window, and it is TJB with game number 2 on Miramar.
Xiao coming in as a new player here as well, stamping his mark at the end of that game and delivering themselves a nice chicken dinner beautifully through the post there. Well done to that team from TJB representing Europe, which is happy days for us, right? Nice. But honestly, TJB, fantastic stuff. Really, really good split at the end there just to eliminate any angles that Falcons might have taken. But again, big, massive props to Saudi Arabia from Falcons in those last moments to be like, we just have to hammer everything home, taking down Action here in these final moments because we want that 2nd place. We deserve that 2nd place.
I mean, the Falcons weren't able to claim it. They did really quite well. TJB, they got that circle shift. I think circle, what was it, 3 or so, where they were right in the middle. And they then had to move down to from that northwestern side. So happy days.
Yeah, massively so. I think TJB, they were on that western edge for a long time, but slowly made their way in. It was a little bit rough, but they kept absolutely everyone just floundering for answers to what TJB was doing.
Well, that is going to be it for game number 2. We're going to head to a short break, and we'll head back over to the desk.